Hi everyone, it's Brett Jones and Marie, and we're back for session 18, and we want to talk to you about the 5 love languages this time, made famous by the author Gary Chapman. So very important when you're looking to reach your partner to know exactly what channel of communication they need to be reached through.
And if you miss it,
clanger,
it doesn't work.
It ain't going to work at all. Because the reality is, like, we've got 3 main senses, like sight, sound, and feeling, touch, kinesthetic. And sometimes, we want to reach our partner, but we tend to use what we like instead of what our partner actually likes. Like, I like to be touched lots, so I touch Marie lots. But that doesn't really light her up.
That's not my love language.
Unfortunately. So I have to give her lots of words and lots of acts of service. So we're going to run through the 5 love languages with you. And as we do, we want you to think about 2 main questions. What's your love languages, the things that really light you up? And what's your partner's love languages? Because if you don't know what theirs is, the reality is you can't make them feel that emotion that we call love.
And if you're saying, I don't know, then step up and do know. Think about it. Look at your behaviour. Look at what makes you feel good. Look at what your partner does for you that makes you feel good. And that'll give you a clue. So,
the first love language is words of affirmation. So, in other words, it's not just talking to your partner, it's really telling them what you appreciate about them. That's very easy with girls, alright? They're always prompting you, do I look good in this dress? Of course you do, darling. You look great in any dress. Now, she trained me to say that. I've learned it very well, alright? You can see that. So, you want to be able to know what words your partner wants to hear. So, they want to hear, if it's a woman, she wants to hear how good she looks. Sometimes they also want to be complimented for things that they do around the house, perhaps at work, things with the kids. They also want to be appreciated for the small things they do. So cooking. That was a really nice meal, as an example.
Oh, thanks for that lunch.
Yep. Taking your time out to prepare some lunch for me and let me take that to work with me. So those types of things are what we're talking about when we talk about words of affirmation.
Could also be a note.
Yes.
If you're up early, that there's a note for you when you get up. So it doesn't have to be words. It can also be written, or it can also be text message.
Yes, text messages are great these days. Emails, a surprise email, a surprise text, particularly if you're away travelling. They always like to get those little reminders.
I'm going to get a nice email tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going away very shortly, so she's looking forward to that in one sense, that she gets lots of texts from me and lots of emails from me telling how much I miss her. So as you can tell, one of Marie's languages is definitely words of affirmation. Second one.
Second one is acts of service. This is another favourite of mine. Acts of service is your partner doing things for you. Like, I love it when Brett makes me a cup of coffee. Or when he asks in the morning, would you like a coffee? Oh, I just love it. Or acts of service when he's playing with the kids. I think, oh, he's quite cute. So I like him doing things. I'm very much, it's a priority for me, so I like him doing things. And I did find myself doing things for Brett because it's my love language. I did find early in our relationship I would do things for him, and that's quite normal. Usually, whatever your love language is, you would usually do it to your partner without thinking, is that their love language or not? So Brett, me making him a cup of tea or coffee, doesn't really do it for him.
I like it. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with her running around getting me a cup of tea or making me dinner. That's very nice. But does it really light me up? No. One of the other love languages is actually what will light me up. So acts of service is something you really want to think about with your partner. What's it going to be for them? So for Marie, it's easy. She calls it foreplay. And she means it. So I can run her a bath, I can get her a cup of coffee, I might make her a really nice meal or something like that just for her. So anything like that I would do for her. Playing with the kids, I play with the kids a lot. Because she really likes it.
It's definitely foreplay, just play with the kids, run me a bath. Oh, I'm yours.
Yeah. So it's really, guys, it's really nice to know that. Okay? You need to work that one out and know what they like. So third one, receiving gifts. Now again, Marie likes this. Like, she used to do this a lot from when we first met. So, you know, I'd go to work and I'd suddenly arrive and there'd be this great bunch of flowers with a box of chocolates. Very nice, really appreciated. Let me know that she loves me, but not something that really lights a guy up that much. Whereas for her, I knew exactly what to do then. You know, lots of flowers when she arrived at work, lots of chocolates and all those sorts of things. So she really enjoyed that. Receiving gifts lights certain people up, and they just love it. It's their love language. It tells them exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can get mixed up with acts of service, can't it?
Yeah. Well, usually gifts is around to different between both of those. It's around you've thought about something they like, and you've got them something they like. So if they like a particular colour of underwear, or if they like a particular type of chocolate, or they've said that they like a particular a show, and you've actually remembered that and got them tickets, then that they would love that gift because of the thought that's behind the gift.
Yeah. Number 4, quality time.
Quality time, yes. Another favourite of mine. They're all favourites of mine. Quality time, you know, for me is Brett and I getting in the bath together and just talking.
That's because once I'm in the bath, I can't escape. So as we talked about before, guys, once she's got you in the car, in the bath, it means you can't run.
And also just seeing, you know, TV off and just sitting and talking. You know, that's quality time for me. Some people it's going out for dinner. Some people it's a weekend away. Some people it's just a few minutes of presence. But quality time is intimate time into me see. We've got the time for each other.
That's not sitting in bed watching your iPads. It's not sitting in front of the TV looking at the TV.
Not.
It's not going out to a movie. That's not quality time. Quality time is when you're going for a walk in the bush together, going for a ride down by the river. It might be going and doing some exercise, working at the gym together. If it's an interactive thing where you're actually spending time together, talking together, exchanging, and really getting into intimacy, really knowing each other and talking about real things. That's what quality time actually is. Last one, number 5, my favourite, most guys' favourites, physical touch. Nothing like it. You know, if you're into physical touch, you want to be touched all the time. And it doesn't need to be sexual. We're not talking about just that. We're talking about, you know, walking past your partner in the kitchen or someone like that and just gently touching them on the back, or maybe just gently touching their hair. That's physical touch. Now, for women particularly, if you do it wrong, they're going to think he just wants one thing.
They will.
And he doesn't necessarily want that. So my thing is physical touch. So if I'm always touching Marie, then she's like, oh my God, he just wants one thing. Whereas what she really needs is the other 2, 3 or 4 that she likes. Then it's okay to go to physical touch. For most guys, of course, it tends to be physical touch first, but not necessarily for all guys. Some will prefer quality time or words of affirmation.
And if you go to physical touch and that's not your partner's, you need to be careful. You know, you need to stop, because for someone receiving that, they'll think, get off me.
Yeah.
It's unpleasant for them. So if you're trying to connect with them, and maybe your language, but you need to think about, well, what is her love language?
Yes, and that can be quite difficult initially to get that right, because your inclination is always to go and do what you like. So you really have to train yourself to understand what it is they want. And you can, hey guys, you can joke about it. You can have a bit of a laugh about it, how you're so different in those areas.
Yeah.
So what we'd like you to do is think about, write them down. So we're giving you the 5, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. So write them down and then rank them in terms of order of priority. What do you like the most? And rank them down number 2 and 3. And then talk to your partner about them. Let them know what it is that really lights you up, and be specific. If it's words of affirmation, what type of words do you actually like?
And when they do it, tell them. So they know they're getting it right.
Yeah, and reward them. And like anything in life, it's these small differences, these small things that make the difference in the quality of your relationship and the quality of life as you will experience it day to day. When you've done that, then ask your partner. Give them the 5 and say, rank them for me, and get them to be specific. Find out exactly what it is that will light them up. And again, I don't just mean sexually. I mean, what's going to light them up being with you?
And if you're not too sure what yours is, think about what do you usually do for your partner? Or what do you usually like doing? Whether they like it or not is irrelevant. What do you naturally want to do for them? Because you'll probably find that's your love language.
Exactly. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Go out there, have it a practice, and really enjoy it. Okay, thanks for being with us. We'll see you in the next session. Bye for now.